All right, good morning. So last video that you guys saw, we were working on those cabins and a couple roof jobs there, and then before that video was over, the property owner showed up and sent me to go look at the job. So we're gonna go check that out real quick, and then we got to go to his daughter's house and we got to do a roof wash, a siding wash, and then a couple things out back with the patio. Most of the season I get my supply from a chemical distributor in bulk with the 55-gallon drums. I usually get 4 55-gallon drums at a time, and they deliver it right up here. Being a few things now, being close to the end of the season, as well as with the transportation shortage and stuff like that, they've been having a really big issue with getting their supply to me in a reasonable time. It's not that they can't get it to me, but normally I would have to put in an order a day or two before the shipment, and then I would get it. Now it's like a 3-week lead time because they're so backed up on their orders that have already come in ahead of me. They deliver to the pool stores and everywhere else. I'm a small fish and I get pushed to the bottom of the backup line. So what I have been doing is been going down with a dump trailer and getting 1 barrel at a time, just because I'm at the point in my season where I really don't want to have a bunch of chemical left over if I don't go through it. This is 15% chem. It's really nice stuff, and I'm not sure what the cold temperatures do to it, and I want to have 15% when I start my season next year, not 14, not 13. So I've just been getting a little bit at a time. That ran out, and now we are just doing job by job. I never go out and start a week normally without 80 gallons in my chem tank. I don't want to end up with the end of the season with that because I want to winterize this. I want my tanks to be empty. So I don't want to have an issue of having too much chem in my tank. So right now we've got a little under 10 gallons. And we're going to put 10 in. Should get us near that 20 mark, and then I'll be plenty for today. And we'll go quote that job, and we'll figure out how much chem we're going to need for that. We have a few more house washes, a couple roof washes, but we're kind of dwindling here. So just got our Wayne pump here, 120 volt, works like a charm. I've gone through 1 pump already this year, and I just put this new pump down here I don't know, a few weeks ago to finish out the season. They're $100 pumps from the hardware store, and they work really well at transferring the chem. So shouldn't take more than a few minutes here. It's not a whole lot of chem in these 5 gallons. Here we go. I was just doing this. This is how I ran my business all last summer. I used that trailer over there to go get chlorine, and I come back with a pallet. There was I don't really remember anymore. It's kind of, I think 32 of these on a pallet, and I would have to go one by one. So then we stepped up to these. Then you just drop the drop stick down in there, and you can basically fill up a tank 55 gallons at a time. And I never really let it get below 20. So every time I put 55 in, you're close to 80, and that was perfect. The yellow jugs are fine. If you got to do it this way, there's nothing wrong with it. The only thing with the bigger ones is you get a little bit cheaper. It's a really good price on the bigger stuff here, and it's just easy. You get 4 containers instead of 32. So if you don't have a supplier in your area, or you're not using enough chemical to need a supplier, if you got a gravel driveway like me and they won't drop it off, you're just gonna have to work a little harder. But you don't really need one or the other. They're both fine. So I know a lot of guys ask what percentage I use, where do I get it from. 15%, 12.5%, supplier, pool store. You just got to use what's available at the time and what makes the most sense for you at the time. So like I was saying, I really just don't feel like having, you know, 75 gallons or whatever it may be sitting at the house all winter long. I'm just gonna keep using a little bit. Look, we're just under 20 gallons. So at the end of this day, we'll take a look and see what we did, and we'll just keep putting in 20 gallons at a time. Just keep doing 20 gallons at a time, and when the season's done, the chlorine will be done. There won't be any money sitting around here, you know, because you won't spend $800 on a pallet. It's not wasted as long as it doesn't get screwed up by Mother Nature. A tree doesn't fall on it. We've had some issues with trees lately, as you can see. A lot of clearing here. You know, it just leaves room. It just leaves room for the unknown, and I like to know that we're done. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? All right, so all I got to do now is we're just going to flush this pump. We're going to put our cap back on. It's already on. Notorious for leaving that off and driving away. Put this back in our junk box. We're good to go. How do I look? Good? All right, prime time television right here. All right, so we got, this is what he was calling third story, 3-story. I guess it's a little more 3-story back there. This is the north side, nice and shady. So we got some brickwork. Doesn't go too high. Stops right about here. A little dirty up there on that chimney. Although, like, that is visibly organic. It's hard to tell. It kind of looks like algae, but it also kind of looks like it could be soot. But either way, dirty, dirty, dirty. This is also low right here. Might be hitting that with a pressure washer instead of burning through a bunch of SH, or just run some water. It doesn't even, and then just hit the vinyl with some SH and keep the pressure off of it. But up in here, we can get that trim. This will be a really easy little project here. Okay. Get up in here a little bit. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I don't need a lift here, even with my busted pump. Who knows? By the time I get to this one, that pump might not be working. Although I said that a few times, and it just keeps going. It just keeps going. I would most like, I don't need a lift. I don't need a lift. Most of the cleaning will be right here on the ground. Turbo nozzle and the pressure washer for some of this vinyl. I'd probably just put the ladder up, maybe get on this fire escape, get up in there. All right, not too bad, not too bad at all. We'll throw in a quote for this. No doubt in my mind that we'll get it, and then we'll be back here one of these days soon. Easy. I really probably could do it right now, but I don't want to. So I know what he's gonna say. I'm gonna give him a quote, and he's just not even gonna look at it. He's just gonna say, "Go get it done." So, all right, here we are. This is our project for the morning here. We're gonna do a little bit of a roof wash. That actually looks okay. There's a couple dark sections up along the siding here. We're gonna get everything. This lower section could definitely use a wash. Then we got some pretty good black spots there. The whole house is gonna get a really light mix because it's not that dirty except for just a few spots. Let's work our way around here. We'll be cleaning up these gutters a little bit. Let's see if we can find a dirty spot. Here we go. A little lichen over here. Really not too bad. Up there, pretty dirty. We'll hit that with something strong. Some more leftover roof mix. I'm done here. They wanted me to do concrete slab. Oh, must be this over here. Okay. Yeah. We'll hit that with the turbo nozzle. Clean up some of this trim. The house overall really isn't too bad. Probably run a bunch of SH up there on that glass, huh? Actually, I don't think we're gonna have a choice anyway. It's gonna come ripping off that roof, depending on how much soap we use. But all that glass looks like it could use it clean. Back of the roof's really not that bad. Blow it off. We'll be able to see better when we get up there. And then we're gonna be doing a little something here with this deck, whether it's pressure washing it or throwing a little bleach on it, clean it up. Just takes a couple of minutes to make a big difference. I'm not up here doing this for free. Sometimes I say, am I quoting? I say, especially for moss, I can say, well, here's a price for the treatment. It's going to turn white, it's going to turn brown, it's going to die, it's going to come off over time. If you want as much excess moss removed and then the entire roof treated, this is the price for that. So even have the conversation with people, let them know that you're not just some jamoke going around, one price, one service, whatever it might be, one set of results. You know, you can leave it up to the people, and if they, it also helps you out, because if they choose to just have them all sprayed after you've educated, after you talk to them about the different options that you provide, and then in a few months they come back and say, hey, jerk, paid you $600-700 to get this moss off the roof, still up there. Well, you can say, well, sir, well, ma'am, you think back to our conversation, I offered you two prices. One was to spray the moss, one was to remove the moss. You went with just a spray. So it can help you. It can help you make more money, leave behind a better product. All right, I did have my 32 over here and up to there. Now that I know that I can access up here from back there, move the ladder over to this side, then I can jump off, access this. I gotta get a little moss here, and it'll just be a lot easier of a transition than trying to climb up this bad boy. So I'm gonna get my brush and do this and blow this off, so when I wash up here, it can all just kind of come down and not be in that debris. $19 gallons. Let's go ahead and open up our ball valve. Actually, hold on, we'll crank up our soap in just a little bit. Water's always open. Now this would put us around 6% wide open. We're going to kick it back a little bit because this roof isn't too bad. Still going to get still going to put some heat on there, but we're not going to open it wide up. We're going to be smart about our usage. And all right, we're ready to flow. Let's get some hose over to our ladder here. All right, one thing I didn't mention, we're not hooked to water, so we're going to do this entire roof wash just on our buffer tank. I'm not expecting to do more than 20 gallons of water. A couple of safety tips: if you're not using standoffs, which I don't like, something to stabilize the ladder, when you're up here, especially with the hose, it's nice to have your ladder over there or somewhere near an edge, and then put your hose on the opposite side. So when you're over there dragging hose, if you pull and you rub up against the ladder, it pushes it into the house and not out into the driveway, and then you're calling a buddy or the fire department to come and give you your ladder. It wasn't fully primed. I was doing this on the ground, but it's just a waste. This is all roof mix in here from yesterday. So I was trying to prime the pump, but then I was thinking, well, I'm just wasting it. I can do this on the roof. So we should run this. We'll hear the air come out eventually, and we'll get a little bit of a better spray. Probably not much though. Pump's hurting. You guys are really getting to see though. You guys are really getting to see the lifespan of this pump. I'm really trying to push it. I'm really trying to force it. And we're gonna see if I have to change this pump out. I keep thinking I'm done, and then more business comes in, and I just keep running this pump. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens with it. It is, it's not doing well, but it's still doing. Get those edges. There's some air. It just popped some air out. Put more air. More air. Nice drink. Look at that. I know it's wet. I know there's soap, but it already looks different. Already. Nice and thick. There's another little coat. Some of these thick spots, that corner. Felt a little more air come through. Now we're spraying a little bit. Woo-wee! Ah, yeah, baby. Now we're cooking. The sun's coming out. We're feeling. Look at that. There we go. There we go. More air. Better fan spray. We are just gonna mist this light. Just get it on there. It'll run a little bit. Man, I can hear that pump on the truck. It's doing okay. Not bad. Always watch your hoses, because if you leave your hose out there, you'll have a mark where you didn't spray. Little mist. Now all you guys that message me and say, how are you getting these jobs? I'm not getting 4 to 5 jobs a day. Well, when you're at a place like this, I think before I even started talking about this house, I was talking about that house. It's visibly dirty. If you think before I leave here that I'm not going to go over there and give them a card, leave something on their mailbox, catch them outside, you're out of your mind. You're crazy. You're out of your mind if you think I'm not going to go over there and try to get some business off that house. If they say, nope, not interested, all right, well, can you give this card to someone that might be? You're right here. That's free marketing. That's free marketing. Just run over there. You've already got the card printed. Just give them your name. Say, hey, I was just at your neighbor's house. Doesn't it look fantastic? I can do this to yours. I mean, their roof is awful. Hit these again. You're also out of your mind if you don't go over there and do it, you know? Get right down here. A little breeze. Get a little closer. Blowing back at me. Get that edge. Now this whole backside is thirsty. This is going to be our biggest SH usage of the day. Once we're done, we're going to turn this right down. We're going to get down to that 0.5%. We're not in a rush. We'll give it some dwell. And we'll get out of here with a big paycheck and a little bit, or a very tiny expense on the SH. It's probably going to cost me, let me think about this for a second, so I don't say something that's not true. I think it's going to cost me like between 40 and 60 bucks. Because I'm not 100% sure what I paid the other day at the pool supply store. I know what I kind of get from the distributor. But this is a little higher. But I'm comfortable by saying maybe 40, 50 bucks is what it's going to cost me to be here all day. That's all this hot. And then when we kick it down to real low, actually, I'm gonna do that over, because I have about 40 to 60 bucks of SH in the tank, and I'm not going to use it all. There'll be at least 10 gallons left, if not more. So maybe like 20-30 bucks to be here. Got big margins. We're gonna watch our meter. We don't need 6% here today. Go a little lighter. And then, like I said, we're gonna knock it right down for the house wash. We'll be out of here with a big paycheck, and we'll still have some chlorine. Still have some SH to go do a couple other projects. We're gonna run by the pool store when we're done here. We're gonna exchange our 5 jugs that we had empty this morning. And we're gonna re-up for another 25 gallons. And that is gonna get us through some more jobs that we have lined up. Spend another couple $100 on 25 gallons. I'll show you the receipt when I stop. I'm going to go to the pool store after this job, so in this video we'll look at the receipt so I can have an actual number. But probably going to spend 150, 160 bucks, and then turn that into another couple thousand, right? That's the goal. It's the plan. That's why you really don't want to be loosey-goosey with your SH. A lot of guys just say, oh, well, it's just a little extra SH. Yeah, well, it's a little extra money out of your pocket. Alright, let's get some of this hose over here. See that? Can't go anywhere. You got it wrapped. Nice and soapy. It's actually not as soapy as it was yesterday when I was working on some of those cabins, but it is soapy. There's not a whole lot of runoff here, so you're keeping all that SH on that algae. Alright, step down here. We'll let this dwell. We'll do a couple other sections of the roof, and then we'll hop up there, take a walk to the other end, and just see if there's any spots that need to be sprayed before we get off this part of the roof for good and move on to something else. Okay, ready. Look at that, there's a little bit of section there. I don't think we have to respray that though. This right here is going to get a respray, and this right here, if we're coming over to do that, maybe I will just hit that. But that is why you want to go do something and then come back. Oh, this looks okay, but since we're pulling the hose, we might hit it. But that section over there definitely needs it. So we used a little over half a tank of water. We were pretty full when we started, so we still probably got 30 gallons left or so. We got a little bit more hot stuff to run. There's a little bit of back on the back, but we've done, that's 10. We were at 18, 19. Let's call that 13. Like maybe we did 4 or 5 gallons of SH, running at not 6%, but close to 5 or so. So there you go. There you go. 7-gallon roof wash, if not less. We're gonna knock it down real light for this. We'll be out of here under 10 gallons. We won't use more than 3 more gallons or so. Probably do the rest of this on 1 gallon, really. And knock that down to 0.5%. We got to get up here. The only thing, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go turn off the chem. I'm going to go turn off the hot stuff. And when we come back here to do this section, I want to shoot some of this glass up on top of this room here. And we'll burn up the rest of the hot SH and the soap in the line. And then by the time we're done with this section, we'll be flowing house chem, and we'll be good to go. We'll blow off this deck and do a little something back there. Perfect. Really nice, really nice. All right, I'm gonna take a little break. I'll let that dwell. Get it all running. That's what we want. So we still got some soap in there. We'll be running the soap out of the system as we speak. Get all that coated. Should be able to get a lot of the stain out. That's what we're hoping for. And all that's going to drip onto our deck, lighten our deck up. Okay. We're gonna let all this dwell first, actually, because I would like to soap this and do all this in one shot, but this is nice and clean right now and dry. If I spray a bunch of junk up here, it's gonna be slippery. I want to come back up here. I'll probably rinse from over here. At least that's what I'm thinking right now. So we'll go down, we'll let this dwell. We'll probably just pull the hose over there and shoot up to here. Leave our ladder here. We'll be back in a minute. All right, we got all that dwelling. Starting to lighten up a little bit. I'm gonna go turn the SH way down, get it to that 0.5% mark. We're gonna come back and run the line a little bit more. We're gonna clean this area of the roof here, and then probably touch up a couple spots there while the rest of this is dwelling, and we'll be good to go and start this house wash. We'll do a lot of rinsing back there. Try to get that. I sprayed did a few things off camera. Sprayed the deck a little bit, and what else did we do? Sprayed all that glass. So the exterior of the glass had a lot of algae on it. It's like a fish tank, basically, is what it looked like. That's all been SH'd, and then we'll go and rinse. So here we go. Knock that right down. Let's see where we're sitting. We just used quite a bit more back there on the back of that house, but look, I guess not. We're still right around that 10 mark, maybe a little under. We got 9, and it's like basically where it was before I did the deck and everything. All this is good up front. All right, we'll continue to let that dwell a little bit. We'll get on this house wash. All right, we're not completely done with the deck yet. Done with the pre-treat and rinse. We come back here and do this, which is already a lot lighter with the pressure washer. We'll be touching up a few spots here, but the respirator off. But the you know, deck's kind of soft, right? So a little bit of pre-treatment, won't have to go so hard. Not a huge fan of the pre-treat, but today we're gonna do it because we're not in a rush. The only project for today, and we're gonna do a really nice clean here because this guy just keeps keeping me busy. This up here is looking a lot better. We still got that dwelling a little bit. Some of that is actually, let's go out in the yard. I don't think, when I leave here, I don't think all of that's going to come off. I just can't really get to it enough safely. I'm not going to break my bees getting up there. You know what I mean? It looks a lot better. What I'm probably going to do, actually, because if you touch that with your finger, it'll kind of, it'll come loose, but it's not like loose enough to really, like, it doesn't want to like fully break down. Like I've said before, on the roofs there's layers to algae and stuff like that. We're gonna let this dry. This is like 5 minutes from my house. I might swing by here tomorrow and put some hands on that, but like the deck is way too slick now and everything else, so I think we can get that a little cleaner. So I won't maybe I won't finish this video until we come back and do that so you guys can see, but I think it'll get a lot cleaner. All right, I had to do a few things here off camera just because we had a bunch of projects going at once. We had this whole top area washed, rinsed, finished that, did the deck, got some of that algae off the windows, and this roof up here has been washed. There was just too many things to try to get done real quick without having an issue with, or without messing around with the camera. Here's our lichen over here that's been dwelling. So we are at this point ready to house wash. We got the house wash mix ran through the line. That all up there has been washed. Everything over that way has been washed. We're gonna start here and go this way and work our way around to the front. Get out of here. Oh, and then we got to come back and do this. We're gonna get all our SH cleaned up here, or all our SH gear cleaned up here, and then we'll swing back with the pressure. Good money making day here. A lot of stuff, a lot of upsells. Very dirty. Doing it all in one shot. House wash, roof wash, patio, deck. Want to get as much as you can. There a little bit of the door. Sure, I could use it. All our soap is out of the line. Okay. Surprised I'm getting that high with the fan. Okay. Some of that trim behind the ladder. Whew, this house has been a job today. I'm tired. It's been a lot, Been a lot of moving parts. This is like barely 2 stories right here. And we're like barely getting that trim. Ugh. We got going on here. Just junk. Junk. Okay, we're rinsed and we're really clean back through here. That was all done with the hose. A couple of spots I got to touch up on, but I let it dwell so long. It must have been dwelling for easily over an hour. We're all clean through here. Front section we're gonna do next, and we'll be out of here. Then we'll be out of here. Look at this, is all nice and clean. Clean up these gutters a little bit. It's been a day. Pull some hose. Man, I had enough of this place for one day. Here we are. This is the final product. We're all packed up, except for this, because we're so low you wouldn't be able to see if the hoses in. Look at that. That's the 10 mark. I think in the beginning of the video I said like 18, 19. That's probably 8 or 9. So 10 gallons. 10 gallons, which isn't bad for the full roof wash. We used SH all over the house. We used SH back on that roof. We SH the patio, and we SH that piece of concrete. So that was a lot. That was a lot of cleaning for 10 bucks. Or 10 bucks, 10 gallons. But 10 gallons is probably close to 20, 30 bucks. So we're gonna put this hose back in here now, and whew, we're tired. There's a lot of daylight left. We're gonna go get exchange 5-gallon cans this morning of SH at the pool store. We're gonna go for tomorrow. And then I think we're gonna maybe go out on the water for a little bit this afternoon. All right, we're just about done. I'm gonna go get a door hanger and drop it on that mailbox, and then we'll go to the pool store. Okay, just loaded up at the pool store. Got my 5 brand new jugs back here. Gonna get nice and high on the way home, smelling those. But I don't have any room in the back of my truck right now for it. So, but let's look at this right here. Here's the receipt that we just got. $40 for the deposit. Okay, so that was the return, and they charged me $40 again. So that's going to cancel out, so we don't really care about those. I'm going to get those back when I return these jugs. The important number here is $115 for 5-gallon jugs. So it's $115 for 25 gallons of SH. You divide that by the 10 gallon, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's do $115 divided by 25 gallons. 5 times 5 is 25. That's gonna be $4.6 dollars. You know, maybe here, let's go back. Actually, let's do the tax. Let's make it accurate. 115 plus $8 and 5. Let's do $8. 123 divided by 25 gallons. So it's $4.92 a gallon. Okay, times the $10. Or I'm sorry, the 10 gallons that I used today, that's $49.20 for what I used today. That's if I use 10 gallons. I really think it was 8 or 9. So let's just say 9. $44. So it cost me $44 to be there today on that job. We had a roof, we had a patio, we had the deck, we had the whole house. So as you can imagine, we charged significantly more than $44. We had a good day there. So you really want to be pinching your pennies. You know, every penny counts. All right, so this is a day or two. It's actually a lot of days after the last time we were here. So we had rain in between and a few other little holdups that kept us from finishing up this white roof. It's looking much, much better. When I got up there to spray it the other day, when I was doing the full video here, it was extremely slippery. There's no texture up on this white part here. And as soon as it gets wet, as soon as your shoes get wet, your gloves get wet, you're just slipping around. So the day that a few weeks ago when I was here, you saw me spray, the mix up there definitely lightened it up. It definitely cleaned up some sections, but some sections need a little elbow grease, and I just couldn't get to it. So luckily this place is less than 5 minutes down the road. I stopped by a day or two ago, and I cleaned up this section really, really nice. Got it nice and pearly like you see here. And then it started to rain, so I was losing my traction over on that side. We came back today, it's all cleaned up. We're good to go. So just wanted to make sure I had this little tad bit put in here for the rest of the video, for the end of the video, because when we left the other day it wasn't quite finished. But there you go. One last thing, so the method of how I was able to get this done, the one that, you know, was the least mess, especially since the big job was already done, the deck was already rinsed, the day or two that we came back, I didn't want to pull out the chem line and spray a bunch of stuff and soap and everything else. So I put soap into a little squirt bottle, like a Windex bottle. I just put straight bleach in there, and I took a brush and I just got up there with some sneakers, something that I had some, my Huck boots are, they're slick now. I had to put on some sneakers, get a little extra grip up there, and I just went and I sprayed with the squirt bottle, sprayed a couple sections, hit it with a brush, and this took less than 10 minutes. I needed the roof to be dry. That's all I really needed. When we did the roof wash up there the other day, there's no gutter, so by the time I got back here to do this, it was done. That plan was ruined. So here's my Huck boots. You know, this is my bad knee side, so I favor on my left. It looks like this side's way more worn out. but it just wasn't doing me any justice up there. So I put the sneakers on, got up there with a little brush, spray bottle, bing bang boom, we're done. Before I go any further and pack up and leave, I want to take some before and after pictures, or at least some after pictures. So that's that. We'll see you.